What is the difference between assimilation and accommodation? Have you ever wondered how cultures adapt to new influences while keeping their unique identities? Today, we will discuss the difference between assimilation and accommodation, especially in the context of Latin culture. Understanding these concepts can help us appreciate how communities navigate change while holding onto their traditions. Assimilation is when new ideas or practices are absorbed into existing cultural frameworks without changing them. For example, in a Latin American community, people might start using smartphones for communication but still prioritize face-to-face family gatherings. They adopt the technology without altering their core values. On the other hand, accommodation involves adjusting cultural frameworks to include new realities. This can be seen in how some communities blend indigenous spiritual practices with introduced religious traditions. A great example is Dia de los Muertos, which combines Catholic elements with pre-Hispanic customs to create a unique celebration. In Latin America, the history of interactions between indigenous, European, and global cultures illustrates these processes. During colonial times, indigenous groups often faced pressure to adopt European languages and customs. This led to assimilation, where local traditions were suppressed, and Spanish became dominant in education, overshadowing languages like Quechua or Nahuatl. However, accommodation has also played a significant role in preserving cultural identity. Many communities have found ways to reinterpret external influences. For instance, traditional farming methods may now incorporate modern sustainability practices while still honoring ancestral knowledge about land stewardship. Language is another area where these concepts manifest. Younger generations might assimilate global slang into their Spanish or Portuguese speech. Meanwhile, accommodation appears when efforts are made to formally recognize indigenous languages in schools and media. Cuisine shows similar patterns. Fusion dishes like Mexican sushi or Peruvian Chinese chifa demonstrate assimilation of foreign ingredients. In contrast, accommodation occurs when recipes are adjusted to fit local tastes or dietary customs. Government policies regarding indigenous rights often reflected these dynamics too. Some approaches promote assimilation by encouraging integration into national economies, while others focus on accommodation by recognizing autonomous governance structures. The balance between these processes is vital for the evolution of Latin cultures. Assimilation can risk erasing unique identities, while accommodation allows for innovation rooted in tradition. Contemporary Latin music genres like reggaeton or cumbias Vieira illustrate this balance. They incorporate global beats while addressing local social struggles, creating distinct cultural expressions. Understanding the difference between assimilation and accommodation helps explain how Latin cultures maintain continuity while adapting to globalization, migration, and technological changes. The interplay between preserving heritage and embracing new influences defines much of the region's social and artistic innovation.